welcome you all for this important and my. So here the why we meet today. The meeting purpose is to start a new oration in the name of our senior most teacher, a celebrity of psychiatry, a national celebrity of psychiatry, almost international, because his students were settled throughout the globe. Almost 250 students who had taken degrees from here throughout the country, throughout the globe they are serving, and all the persons are coming here. Already some people are arrived to conduct the IMH Alumni Global Meet tomorrow at Novotel. So why we are putting here today? So the purpose is to install the oration of this new oration, which is instituted by Psychiatry Organization, which is a voluntary organization headed by Dr. Ashok sir and Dr. Jagannath and other seniors of the psychiatry. So they contributed 4,50,000 to the IMH Alumni Association, and we thank you very much, sir. And we contributed from the association 50,000. We are making a fixed deposit, and we on the interest only will conduct this program. And remaining everything, whatever way to take off inflation rate, we want to keep the FD like that only. So here, why we are putting this area? Raghuram Reddy's wish, and all senior professors like Keshav Rao or other people, Ashok Reddy sir, their wish is Psyche organization itself told us with a request to, when we are proposing, this oration should go to journalists only, because every year we want to select a senior most. I think with developer Amar Garu, everybody knows Amar sir how he has done service throughout his life as an ideal person in this field. So we are starting with the Shubharamam Chestunnam. చాలా మంది ఎథికల్గా సర్వీస్ చేసేవారు, సొసైటీకి సర్వీసెస్ కాకుండా మన ఎస్పెషల్లీ సైకియాట్రిక్ స్టిగ్మా బాగుంది. సైకియాట్రీలో చాలా డెవలప్ అయిన సబ్జెక్టు, అది ప్రెస్ ద్వారా ప్రజలకు వెళ్ళాలి, దానివల్ల అవేర్నెస్ వచ్చేసి అందరు సర్వీసెస్ తీసుకోవాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ ఓరేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేయబడింది.
And moving further, we already conducted a psychosexual workshop, and the fund raised by the registrations of the workshop as well as this conference. Collectively, we have gathered a lot of fund which can be put forward further.
Can register in the matram 2007 lo register ayindi, officially registered. From there it is working from there. First program global meet hybrid lo jarigindi, ante online covid time lo undindi, adi online offline jarigam. Akkada NRIs vallandaru kuda participate chesaru from different countries. 2020 లో జరిగింది అది. ఇప్పుడు వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ అగైన్ ఇన్ సెకండ్ వర్షన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, విచ్ ఈజ్ మోర్ ఇన్వర్డ్, వేర్ డిఫరెంట్ పీపుల్ ఫ్రమ్ డిఫరెంట్ సీనియర్స్ వచ్చారు, యూకే నుంచి వచ్చారు, యుఎస్ నుంచి. ఇక్కడిది వాళ్ళది నాలెడ్జ్ ఎట్లా గెయిన్ చేసుకొని ఒక సిస్టమైజ్ స్టాండర్డైజ్ ప్రోటోకాల్ ఎట్లా చేయాలి. ఇండియన్లో ఆల్రెడీ స్టిగ్మా ఉంటుంది మనకి, సైకియాట్రీ పేషెంట్స్ అంటే ఇలా ఉంటారు, ఇలా స్టిగ్మా ఉంటుంది. సో అవన్నీ ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి ఏం చేయొచ్చు.
సో 1970s వరకు కూడా ఇట్ స్టూడ్ యాజ్ అన్ అజైలం. తర్వాత రఘురామ్ రెడ్డి సార్ అంతకుముందు ఉన్న సూపరింటెండెంట్స్ వాళ్ళ ఎఫర్ట్స్ తోటి ఇట్ గాట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్డ్ ఇన్ టు అ హాస్పిటల్ వేర్ సైకియాట్రీ ట్రీట్మెంట్ స్టార్టెడ్ డెవలపింగ్. అప్పుడే కొత్తగా డిపిఎం స్టార్ట్ అయింది, డిప్లొమా ఇన్ సైకాట్రిక్ మెడిసిన్. అప్పుడు పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ జాయిన్ అవ్వడము, ఫ్యాకల్టీ జాయిన్ అవ్వడం జరిగింది. అప్పుడు ట్రీట్మెంట్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యింది. 1980స్కి వచ్చేసరికల్లా 85, 84లో ఐ థింక్ ఎండి డిగ్రీ కూడా స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో ఇట్ స్టార్టెడ్ యాజ్ అన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్. సో అలా స్టార్ట్ అయిన ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇట్ గ్రూ. లైక్ ఫస్ట్లో అయితే 2 MD సీట్స్ ఉండేవి, ఇప్పుడైతే 22 MD సీట్స్ పర్ ఇయర్. సో ఇట్స్ స్టార్టెడ్ టు ఇవాల్వ్ లైక్ దిస్. ప్రీవియస్గా అయితే అసైలం హాస్పిటల్ అనేవాళ్ళు, ఇప్పుడైతే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ అంటున్నారు. ఇంతకుముందు పేషెంట్స్ రావడానికే భయపడేవాళ్ళు, ఇప్పుడైతే కమ్యూనిటీ సర్వీసెస్ మేమే వెళ్తున్నాము. సో వీఆర్ గివింగ్ కమ్యూనిటీ సర్వీసెస్ టు శంకర్పల్లి, అండ్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు జువెనైల్ జస్టిస్ బోర్డ్, వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్రిజన్స్ every week. We are going to Chanchalguda and Chalapalli prisons and taking care of those patients also. And ippudunna paristhithilo aithe we are giving lots of, at one point of time this year, maybe 1-2 months nunchi chuste 700 to 800 OP patients undevallu. So the huge number of patients we were getting. and not only from Telangana, from Andhra and other parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka border states nunchi kuda we are getting lots of patients. And ఇప్పుడు మేము ఇస్తున్న సర్వీసెస్ ఓపీ అండ్ ఐపీ సర్వీసెస్ కాకుండా ఎలక్ట్రోకన్వల్సివ్ థెరపీ అండ్ ఆర్టీఎంఎస్ అనే కొత్త సర్వీసెస్ అవి కూడా స్టార్ట్ అయ్యాయి.
Privilege to announce the Oration Award to Sri Devlapalli Amarendra Garu, and it was on behalf of my committee, including Dr. Keshavrao and Dr. Sudharani, and it is my privilege and to present this award to him, and I request him to present the oration.
I know as an undergraduate medical student, I have come to this hospital before Raghuram Reddy sir's era, and I have joined as this postgraduate here, and it's a vast difference. It's so much of difference it has made, and he always used to think, eat, drink about the psychiatric hospital and its development. And I was there, and I was fortunate to work with him closely in developing the institute, and in fact we had so many difficulties. Earlier Dr. Anita was talking about the community psychiatry. In fact, I was the one who first initiated the community psychiatry in Shankarpalli, and it was in a piecemeal in different villages, and we have brought it to Shankarpalli.
రోగాలు ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తాయంటే సమాజం నుంచి వస్తాయి. అన్ని రోగాలు వాళ్ళ లైఫ్ స్టైల్ జబ్బులు అనేటివి అన్నీ కూడా సమాజంలో వచ్చిన తిండి అలవాట్లు, మన అలవాట్లు, మారుతున్న సమాజం, వృత్తులు, ఉత్పత్తికి సంబంధం లేని మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ లేని సేవా రంగాలు రావడం, ఇవన్నీ ప్రధానంగా మన జబ్బులకు కారణం. సేవా రంగం ఎప్పుడైతే విస్తరించిందో ప్రపంచవ్యాప్తంగా మనకు పని లేదు, కాళ్ళు చేతులతో చేసే పని లేదు, కంప్యూటర్ల మీద పని. ఈ కంప్యూటర్లతో పాటుగా అన్ని రంగాలలో వస్తున్న మార్పులు, ఏదైతే ప్రధానమైన మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ రంగం లాంటివి ఉన్నాయో అట్లాంటప్పుడు మనిషిలో ఉండే శ్రమ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఇంకా భవిష్యత్ ప్రపంచం ఇంకా అధ్వాన్నంగా తయారయ్యే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఆ పని కూడా మిషనరీ చేసే అవకాశం ఉంది ఏఐ వచ్చినాక, కృత్రిమ మీద. అంటే సమాజాలు ఎట్లుంటాయో, సమాజాలు ఎట్లా అభివృద్ధి అవుతుంటాయో అట్లాంటి రోగాలు అభివృద్ధి అవుతుంటాయి. మానసిక రోగాలకైనా ఏ రోగానికైనా మూలం సమాజం. సమాజంలో ఉండే ఒక కామన్ నామ్స్ అంటాం కదా, అంటే మనుషులు మామూలుగా ఉండే మనుషులు, దానికి డీవియేషన్స్తో ఉండే మనుషులు, మీ ఉద్వేగాలను కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోలేని వాళ్ళు, లేదా మీకుండే మానసికమైన రుగ్మతలను తెలుసుకోలేని వాళ్ళు, చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళకే ఒక అవగాహన లేదన్నప్పుడు భారతదేశం లాంటి దేశాల్లో అసలు నిరక్షరాస్యులు చాలా ఎక్కువ మంది ఉండే దేశం ఇది, ఇల్లిటరసీ. వాళ్ళకి మాకు మానసికమైన రుగ్మత ఉందని తెలిసే అవకాశం లేదు, చాలా తక్కువ. ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళు చెప్తున్న లెక్కల ప్రకారమే 8 మంది పీజీ నుంచి వాళ్ళ 100 మంది దాకా ఈ స్టేట్లో వచ్చి ఉంటారు అనేది, అంటే చాలా తక్కువ నంబర్.
Good afternoon, everybody. You may be thinking why I am here, in what way I am connected to this meeting. I was Collector Karimnagar and is a highly reputed psychiatrist from Karimnagar. We didn't meet previously. For the first time he spoke to me last week, and with lot of affection he invited me. So I also inquired. He has got excellent track record in Karimnagar, registered maximum number of psychiatric cases in Karimnagar, and he has lot of passion, by virtue of which now I think he is also organizing committee chairman of the ensuing national conference. He is Hyderabad IMH president. He was informing me. So I am very happy to be here. Basically, when we invited, I thought this is such a new branch of medicine We don't have any knowledge. See, in the districts, as administrators, we used to attend several IMA meetings, CMA meetings, we used to address. But this branch, I never came across. So I have readily agreed. Basically, I wanted to know this subject, learn about this branch of medicine, so that I can share some views with media friends and medical fraternity. And I'm very happy to know this award has been instituted in the name of Dr. Raghuram Reddy. Now I came to know that he's like a legendary figure in the field of mental health in Andhra Pradesh. And I congratulate Sri Amar Garu, who is receiving this award, and he is doing oration here today. Both Amar Garu and Alumni Garu, very senior journalists. I think about 3 decades of experience in journalism, 4 decades of experience in journalism. Both were chairpersons of Telangana Press Academy and Andhra Press Academy. So, very senior journalists. They worked with senior, the major Telugu dailies. I think Andhra Jyoti and 2-3 papers, Allam Narayan Garu worked with those papers. And Amar Garu, I think 5 or 6 major dailies he worked. He was IGA president thrice, Indian Journalist Union. And he was also a member of Press Council of India. So incidentally, I happened to work as Commissioner INPR for 5 years, from 2006 to 2011. So I know how media works, and I have got a lot of interaction with media friends. And that's why I'm congratulating Dr. Amar Garu. He deserves it. He's one of the senior most journalists in the state. And he's champion for the cause of journalist community in our state. And Alumni Garu also, he made singular contribution for the Press Academy. During his tenure only, there was no office building for his office. So new building has been, I think, constructed during his time. And he fought for, he was Telangana agitation journalist. Who combined the efforts of all journalist union and fought for Telangana movement. He has got that name, that's why he has been appointed as Chairman Press Academy. Anyway, I am very happy to hear Dr. Sudhakar Garu and other distinguished doctors, other psychiatry doctors here and media fraternity. So, my salutations to all of you. Mental health, as I understand, is a very important branch, I realized after going through relevant material. Because I came to know that 1 in 8 persons has some or other mental health problem. We are not aware that much severity is there. Though there is no specific statistics. 25% of population, they say, has some problem. And 75% of them are young people. This problem is prevalent in 75% in the adolescents and young adults. And as the time passing on in the modern world, it is on the rise. The mental health disorders are on the rise. One way the disorders are on the rise, on the other hand, this branch is not that developed, I feel. It requires a lot of attention from government and society, because I was project director, AIDS project, for 3 years I worked there. I find some similarities. This also has a stigma problem, social taboo. And HIV was also having stigma problem, because internationally the governments took a lot of interest and separate format was there. I think somebody has to take it to the notice of government about the importance of this branch of medicine, there is need for something like counselors in this department. We used to have counselors in a HIV project. So anybody has any problem, confidentially they can go to the counselor and they can seek guidance. And again, wherever the counselor suggests, they can go to any, psychiatry centers. And number of psychiatry doctors, I came to know from him that there are 7,000 people who have done MD in India and they are staying here, practicing here. 8,000 MDs are in US. It's like another, software field. All cream in the software field, they are either in US majorly, to some extent in UK, Australia and other countries. So it is a great loss to the country. The access is very important in this sector. That's how I felt it. It is such an important problem. 13 to 15% of global disease burden is in mental health. It has surpassed cardiovascular diseases and also cancer. Such an important branch of medicine, and government somehow has not attached a lot of importance to it. Recently, I think they are increasing number of seats and encouraging. This is not felt in the society. If I go Hyderabad itself, we find few psychiatrists here. If you go to district and rural areas, there is nobody's there. If somebody has any problem, where to go, they don't know. There is no digital directory to say, okay, what are the resources that are available relating to mental health disorder? If somebody wants to know in some district, I don't know what he will refer. There is nothing available. So this branch of medicine requires different approach. And my personal suggestion to the organizing chairman, there has to be some complementarity between neurophysicians and psychiatricians. See, ultimately, neuroscience is the basis for all of you. Whether it is psychology, psychiatry, or neurology, they are all grounded in the neuroscience sector. There must be some platform. These three branches, people, they have to assemble. They have to share their experience. Because psychologists have some, portion of this problem, they are aware. Academic input will be there. They have got some foundation of this branch. And both branches, clinical branches, psychiatry as well as neurophysicians. There need to be some platform. I came to know in the past, for the past 2000 years, it used to be neuropsychiatry. It was only one branch, and only I think in the 20th century they got separated and so many specialties are coming up. The problem with mushrooming specialties is that they are in silos. There is no interface. But whereas our problems need some comprehensive approach or holistic approach, this problem also, mental health problems, they need a holistic approach. It is not just medicines, it is not just counseling, it is more than that. Because the problem is very severe. And for mental health, the foundation is brain, isn't it? Brain is such a complex organ, and your branch is also very complex. I find very, very challenging field for 2-3 reasons. Number one, unlike say diabetes, hypertension, you take any disease, other diseases other than mental health problem, there are specific objective diagnostic techniques. If you are having hypertension, it can be measured. If you have diabetes, you can know. There is a scan, you can the cancer can be detected. The cardiovascular problem can be detected. It can be detected and you can go for early intervention so that it doesn't become severe. And in the recent decades, you might have observed the mortality because of these problems, let it be cancer, cardiovascular problem, other issues, the mortality is coming down. And mortality, morbidity is also an important dimension because morbidity reduces the productivity of the individual. If somebody is, having sleepless nights, depression, eating disorder, OCD, so many schizophrenia, major disorders are there. If some individual has some such problem, I don't think he will participate in economic activity. He will not have any economic activity. He gets isolated and there will be social isolation. So it will have a lot of implication for economic activity of this country. The third reason I feel, as mentioned by our senior persons, stigma, social taboo is a major problem. Once somebody has gone nearer to this institution in Hyderabad, what happened? You have gone mad or what? Why you have gone there? Such a stigma is there. So it requires a lot of awareness, and I think it's rightly this award is given to one senior journalist, because ultimately this task has to be taken over by the journalist community only. Unless you take to the people importance of this disease and the prevention strategies. See, the prevention strategy should be for disease, early detection, early prevention. And you have to prevent it. It is only possible when you have lot of facilities, counselors, hospitals, medical specialists. When it is not there, then the next solution, what I am thinking, is technology. The smartphone which we are discussing is like a curse to our youth we are discussing, isn't it? For adolescents, it's a curse. But same smartphone can be used, and we can have some technology by which they call it cognition, CBT. CBT can be done. The data can be trained in CBT, and see, nowadays AI is there. Now artificial intelligence is there. Whoever is looking at a smartphone, we can have a big database. Voice, number of ticks, every data can be collected. Location, everything. This database, if you really analyze with the help of artificial intelligence, you can get an indication. Is there any problem with the individual? Wherever such problem is there, then he can be approached. And future, I feel technology is the only way where this problem can be minimized. Awareness can be there, access will be there, and early detection can be there. Unless it is early detection, there is no use. Because once it is precipitated, suppose bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, serious disorders, once it is precipitated, it's very difficult. In brain, before the disease is precipitated, in brain, 5 years or 10 years before only it starts, isn't it? That can be detected with the technology using smartphones. Now with the artificial intelligence, it can be developed such technology, and it can be done. There are some cases where they are using electrodes, electrical, DBT you call it, but it also damages the nerve cells in the brain. Now in future, what I am visualizing, the brain-computer interface, that is already on the way. Brain-computer interface. So this is going to help all the modern technologies including artificial intelligence, data analytics. They will definitely help your branch, and that can be only solution because the smartphones are there with the youth. And this youth, this problem is on the rise. It's not the proper platform. This can be discussed in another platform. I have got a lot of ideas to put forth as far as this branch of medicine is concerned. So I wish that today's oration and ensuing national conference a big success.
We were used to talking in public, but after we entered the field of journalism, we have started writing. We can, at the most, we may be good at conveying things because of our long-standing service in the journalism profession. We may be very clear in communicating to people, but we are not orators. Please don't think otherwise. If whatever I am going to speak, in fact I am going to read out the speech, because I was very, very cautious when this word oration came. I sat and at least for 1 hour, 1 or 2 days, I was preparing notes. I spoke to few of my journalist colleagues in different newspapers who are heading the bureaus. I requested them to tell their opinion about what media role should be in what do you say? Yeah, mental health awareness, creating mental health awareness. What media role should be? I was asking my journalist colleagues, and they gave some inputs, and I myself had some ideas, and I have jotted down that, and I have prepared a small report. సినిమాలు కూడా ఇవాళ ఒక మాధ్యమంగా ఉన్నాయి. నిజానికి వార్తాపత్రికల కంటే 24 గంటల న్యూస్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మీడియాలో న్యూస్ ఛానళ్ళ కంటే కూడా ఎక్కువ శక్తివంతమైనవి, ఎక్కువ జనాన్ని ప్రభావితం చేయగలిగినవి సినిమాలు. మనం సినిమాలో చూస్తూ ఉంటాం, ఇంత నాకన్నా ముందు మాట్లాడిన పెద్దలు కూడా చెప్పినారు, సినిమాలో చూస్తూ ఉంటాం మెంటల్ హెల్త్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చేసరికి ఎంత నెగటివ్గా చూపిస్తారు అనేది. ఒక సినిమాకు పోయినట్టయితే ఆ సినిమాలో పిచ్చాసుపత్రిని చూపిస్తారు, ఆ లోపల పనిచేసే డాక్టర్లను విలన్లుగా చూపిస్తారు. డాక్టర్లు అంటే మానసిక స్థితి బాగా ఉన్న వాళ్ళని కూడా తీసుకుపోయి పిచ్చి వాళ్ళని ముద్ర వేసి వాళ్ళకి ఎలక్ట్రిక్ షాకులు ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళని నిజంగా పిచ్చి వాళ్ళని చేస్తారు అన్న విధంగా సినిమాల్లో చూపించడం. సరే, సినిమాలు చాలా ద్రోహం చేస్తున్నాయి అనుకోండి సమాజానికి, చాలా సందర్భాల్లో, చాలా విషయాల్లో. ఇవాళ విలన్లను హీరోలుగా చూపిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. ప్రజల్ని చైతన్యం చేయాల్సిన చోట ప్రజల్ని మరింత మూర్ఖులను చేసే ప్రయత్నం సినిమా చేస్తూ ఉన్నది. దాన్ని మనం ఏం చేయలేం, దాన్ని ఎవరు మార్చాలో మనకైతే అర్థం కాదు, కానీ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. సో మీడియా ముందు చైతన్యవంతం అయితే తప్ప ప్రజల్ని చైతన్యవంతం చేయలేదు.